A lot of you that knew me in middle school might remember I was obsessed with The Office. While Thompson Lau and many others might disagree, I think it is a contender for the best TV series ever created. I mean, how can you not love Kevin and his famous chili? I'm also not afraid to admit that the last episode is one of the only TV shows that has ever made me cry. Something that has stuck with me ever since I watched that last episode for the first time in 7th grade is what Andy Bernard said as the episode came to an end. He looked into the camera and said, "I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you've actually left them." As a 7th grader, graduating high school and leaving the friends I've made over the years never crossed my mind. I was more worried about what sandwich I would ask Daryl to make at lunch that day or what weird game Mr. B would have us play in PE. But now, although I'm currently in what Andy would consider the good old days and sad to be leaving them in the upcoming months, I feel fulfilled by all the memories and relationships I've created over my time at Shady Side. Hi, my name is Eli Naughton, and this is my senior sage. I wish there was a way to know you were in the good old days before you've actually left them. This quote really hadn't set in with me until this summer before my senior year. As someone who only got to experience a year and a half of normal high school before the pandemic and watching my brother's senior year end in an unexpected way, I knew I had only some time left to experience the good old days of high school before I started a new chapter of my life with new people. Chapter 1, putting the needs of others before my own. That summer, on my 17th birthday, my dad gifted me the book I Am Third, an autobiography that follows Gale Sayers, a former professional football player who played for the Chicago Bears in the late 1960s. Sayers talks about the ups and downs of his career and how he overcame them following a mantra his high school coach had preached to him. He says in his book, "The Lord is first, my friends are second, and I am third." It held a lot of meaning for me. I try to live by it. Sometimes it's hard. I don't live by it all the time, I know, but keeping that saying close to me helps bring me back, keeps me from straying too far from that philosophy. I've heard this same saying ever since I can remember. Growing up in a military household, it was the standard to put others' needs and to put the lives of your friends before your own. Now, as a more mature person hearing that statement, I'm able to put it into the perspective of my own life. Throughout my time at Shady Side, I have lived by this motto of putting the lives of others before myself. Through this philosophy of being third, so many more doors have opened up for me, and I've created so many lasting memories throughout my time here. Chapter 2, the little connectors in life. Earlier this year, I was on a plane coming back from a trip. I had downloaded the movie Don't Look Up to keep me entertained throughout the flight. However, coincidentally, just as the world had been ending in the movie, turbulence had gotten really bad on the flight. Being my dramatic self, I thought, this is it. I'm not going to college. I'm never going to see my friends again. The plane is going to crash. To calm my nerves from what seemed like a real-life episode of Manifest, I turned to the one thing that has kept me sane throughout my 4 years here at Shady Side: music. As I've learned to put others before myself and have made so many lasting memories and relationships through that ideology, I've been able to share my love of music with the people I've gotten to know so well over the past 4 years. Most people today like to measure their friendship by their Snapchat streak or some other indicator of how good of friends they are. Personally, I've come to see that the way of expressing a feeling of camaraderie is sharing music with the ones I want to remember. If you look at my texts with Charlie Corrette, Joey Nania, and many others, you will find the array of music that we send to each other. This shows that someone is thinking about me and that I am reminded by them when they listen to that song. It's one of those small gestures that every time I see a song pop up in one of my texts, I'm reminded of all the ways music reminds me of these amazing people. Like most, I've gone through my phases of what artists or genres I've liked throughout the years. Most of us tend to associate what music we like with how we were feeling or what we were doing at a certain time. While I have to agree that I also tend to associate my music taste with a certain time period of my life, I look more into the experiences I've had or the memories I've created while enjoying these types of music. One of the songs that I've thought a lot about, especially this year, is the song I Lost a Friend. Now, it's not the words that have constantly been in my mind, it's what I was doing and feeling when I listened to it. I listened to this song on October 28th, 2021, the night I'd played my last game of high school soccer. I remember sitting in my car, looking out onto the field, with tears streaming down my face and this song coming on. The words started to blare from my car's speakers, and I can remember feeling still and not wanting to leave the parking lot that night. As I finally started to drive home, with the song still playing, I thought, why are you so sad? You got to experience something that you never would have somewhere else. And as I thought that to myself, after almost crashing because my tears were impairing my vision, I felt a sense of happiness take over the sadness in my body. Shady Side gave me this family in the form of a soccer team that I will never forget. The memories of playing Adele on the bus ride back to belting the alma mater with the team after hitting the first speed bump out of the school will forever be engraved with me. As the song came to an end, I felt satisfied with how that night went. As I begin to make my way beyond the gates of Shady Side, I will have this song to remind me of this moment where I was able to grasp how important this small family is to me and how lucky I was to be a part of this team over the past 4 years. While the result of the game was not what I wanted, I was able to realize how grateful I was to experience this second family with some of my best friends. This feeling isn't exclusive to just sports, however. I've been able to create these little groups of families at Shady Side, and I've been able to create endless memories with many of you sitting in the audience. The Ocho, Croft, Symphonic Band, and many other small families at the school have led me to different groups of people that I know I will continue to be grateful for each and every day. I know we can all relate to the fact that the opportunities that Shady Side provides helps us to create memories, for me through music, and surround ourselves with people we want to cherish forever. Another song that has been in my mind a lot recently might come as quite a surprise to most, Country Roads by John Denver. This song isn't one that I tend to listen to alone or one that appears in any of my Spotify playlists, but naturally with all of you. The sound of Denver's voice singing, "Country Roads, take me home to the place I belong," instantly transports me to moments I've cherished with this community. This school and the community of people I've gotten to know through it is a home for me. It's the place where I've been able to grow into myself, learn from my mistakes, and feel always welcome. I think I will always be grateful for John Denver's famous song. It only takes a moment for me to close my eyes and hum its tune, and instantly I'm transported to the wonderful feeling of standing in the student section on those Friday nights, swaying in unison with this community as we all sing the lines of the memorable chorus. These lyrics will forever take me back to this precious community that feels like home. Take me home to the place I belong reminds me of Shady Side, this place that I will forever call home. Chapter 3, the final chapter. Learning what it means to be an integral part of my school has made me realize how important community is to me. By putting others first, I've been able to experience such amazing things at this school. From listening to services with Cecilia Messner in our freshman physics class, to singing the alma mater with the class of 2022 in the upcoming months at graduation, I will have these songs to remind myself of this community. This community that I've tried so hard to put before myself has made me the person that I am today. I've tried so hard over the past 4 years to put the needs of others before myself that so many more opportunities have come about for me to expand as a human being. As I finish here this morning, I hope to leave you all with this piece of advice. To all you freshmen and sophomores who are still figuring out the ins and outs of high school, and even to you juniors and seniors as we start to venture out into the real world, try and put the needs of others before your own. By doing so myself, I've been able to experience much more than if I worried about everything I was doing and didn't open my eyes to all the amazing people and aspects of the Shady Side community. I challenge everyone in the audience to put yourself third. Just as I had been able to do, you'll be able to realize and reflect on these good old days in this small community that we all can call home. While that rough math test or book you don't want to read for your English class may stray away from those golden memories, look deeper into who is around you as you laughed in that bio class, the people you always share an AirPod with in the student center to listen to music with during your free periods, and even the people that make each and every day a little easier to get by when they say hello to you in the hallways. I recommend sending and sharing songs with these people as you venture through this crazy time. I will always have these songs to remind myself of this school and the loving community and people within it as I travel beyond the 15238 zip code. Thank you. Thank you to my family for being my #1 support system through all these years and for always teaching me to do what's best. Thank you to my true friends for providing me with endless memories to go along with the songs I listen to as I move on to the next chapter of my life. To my teachers, thank you for teaching me how to grow as a student and as a person. And lastly, thank you to Shady Side for providing me with so many opportunities and for bringing me closer to all these amazing people. I would not be the person I am today without the help of all of you, and I can't begin to say how grateful I am to have you all in my life. Thank you.